on, Foxy. It's your birthday. Not for real, just for play. This is Cree Summer, and Moana Nui will be right back.
Hello, my fellow variants. This is Simone here with Teresa, and we are the Opinionated Variants of 616. This is our universe. We talk about whatever it is that we want to talk about, whether it's spoilers, our hobbies, how we got in trouble going shopping, because this one gets me in trouble all the time. We talk about everything. And we don't care about your feelings because you're in our universe. So with that being said, welcome. And my girl, Teresa, you have been busy. You have been busy, ma'am. You have. What's going on? What's going on with you?
You know what? I checked my calendar to see if I have been doing anything other than Deadpool and Wolverine preparations, and I really haven't. So for the past month, it's been planning for the fan event, and then we had the fan event, and then planning for the screening, and we had the screening last week, and now we're just trying to recover. So it's been pretty much.
But are you not planning for DragonCon?
Planning for kind of, yeah. In the background.
So you are now an official cosplayer because you're waiting until the last minute.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's my middle name. Yeah.
You are official. You are now con crunching.
Yeah, that's
cherry has been popped. You are now con crunching. Yes, my girl. Yes, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Very proud.
That's my whole personality. So,
your clothing. I see that you cleaned out your.
You see?
I see. I'm very proud of you. I see. But I do catch the T-shirt Tuesdays, and ma'am, you had some stuff there that I was feeling. So come on, explain.
What am I explaining?
Why? Your clothes. Why? Not why, because we already know. We're TikTok shop whores. We're
anywhere really. Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. What's our other one? 5 and Below.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to stay out of there, but I did make an order. But I had to decide what was more important because my second bedroom is basically a closet, and so I was trying to keep everything organized in there. But then my living area was a mess. So I decided it's more important to keep the living area a bit more chaos free. So I moved the Poshmark stuff into the closet room so that this area can be more calm,
Okay. So damn, there was one outfit, and I'm so mad that I didn't go back to check. I have to remember. I'll check throughout our conversation. There was an outfit that you had that I wanted to know where you got it from, because I don't think that you said. You normally say where you get your outfits from.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. For this one, I don't know what it was.
And I haven't been posting regularly, so I think I've only done a couple lately. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember.
Well, the T-shirts that you post and the outfits that you post were, again, always amazing. I love the clothes that you find and how you put them together. So that I enjoy.
Thank you.
Oh, and you know, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a special guest, which is Shauna from Shop the Hood, and we'll be pulling her in soon. But that's just going to get you into trouble more because she
Right.
she talked about some sneakers that I'm about to buy that I know damn well I shouldn't be buying. But yeah, so I'm proud of myself. I did finish my Ahsoka wig. Now I'm starting to work on my costume. I'm saying Ahsoka, my Acolyte wig.
Yeah.
And working on the costume for both Ahsoka and the Acolyte. And I really want to concentrate more on the white outfit for Ahsoka than the other outfit. So I'm looking for patterns for that. And then I'm done with con season for this year. I'm still planning my birthday, which is my 60th, coming up in December. I'm still planning that. My goal was to go to Japan. I'm still trying to find flights because my bougie ass will not be sitting in the back. I will be sitting first class, and all the first class seats are taken. So I checked Delta. So I have to check certain, and I also don't fly all airlines. So I have to find an airline that I'm going to fly. It's going to take me there. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And if I can't get to there, then I'll just do Hawaii or someplace in Mexico, but it's leaving the continental United States. I'll be leaving at least 48 states, even if I go to Hawaii, because I really want to leave the United States altogether and can't go to Europe because it's going to be winter. And I have to keep that in mind, getting on a plane in the winter. So I have to go to places that are warm. But I'm really sad that I'm going to be missing Dragon Con and not seeing you guys there. My goal is to hopefully see you next year. I'm already set for MegaCon Orlando. I got my hotel. I got the tickets. I'm straight. I'm driving. I'm straight. Go to U.S. Virgin Islands. That's still, well, I mean, it's outside the United States, so
yeah, it's out of the 48.
Yeah, so
I do want to go there. That's on my list.
Yeah, and hurricane season will be done, so that's the thing, because I don't go to no island during hurricane season. So yeah, U.S. Virgin Islands, I might. James, what are you talking about? First step is admitting that you have a problem. What's the problem? What is the problem that we have? What is our problem?
T-shirts.
Oh, and he has a lot of nerve to be talking.
Right, exactly.
USVI. Oh, the Virgin Islands is awesome. Yeah, I definitely want to hit that up. I know there's some places in Mexico that I want to go to as well, but Japan is on my bucket list, and that's my goal, to get there first. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, oh, Teresa, we got a plan, and I know it probably won't be next year because I'm going for sure, and I unfortunately have to take the family. Not unfortunately, but I have to, take the kids. But the Epic Universe, the new Orlando Epic.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. It's anything Harry Potter, as you can see. I'm Harry Potter-ish because yesterday was his birthday. So I've got my little fake tattoos all over the place.
You put the new nails on, the Ravenclaw nails?
I put the Ravenclaw nails on. So yes, the thumb keeps coming off. I don't understand. Is this thumb, doesn't matter whether it was a Slytherin or the Ravenclaw, this thumb won't stay on. But all the other nails, they stay on, and they look nice. So
that's a good link.
And I did my review, and they responded with, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Look, maybe it was me. Maybe I was too rough trying to take them off, but I had a lot of other people tell me that they're just one and done. They're not reusable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a shame because they're really pretty. So I don't know. We'll see how well they last. But ladies and gents, I want to bring on our special guest. She is Shauna from Shop to Hood. Shauna, how you doing?
Hello. How are you guys feeling tonight?
Doing good.
Okay, well, at the end, we'll talk about your geekness. But
I have no idea what you're talking about. I am a normal Black woman with just a lot of interests.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you're a blerd, and we'll talk about that. But first, that's the first thing is admitting it. So just, hello, my name is Shauna. I'm a blerd. That's what you have to admit. Just embrace it. Embrace it.
Really, I can say that I am a blerd aficionado because I think the blerd status actually is something that you have to reach and achieve. I can appreciate the amount of effort and love and dedication to the blerd space. Am I completely all in? I don't know. I think I fall short of that goal. I
Do you like Marvel?
I love Marvel. Like,
okay.
I'm like a Marvel.
Do you
person.
like DC? Do you like DC?
I like DC, but I have issues with DC.
Okay, and that's fine.
Right, that's
perfect. I have issues.
I'm not gonna get into it. Yeah. You like DC, you have issues with DC. Have you read a comic book, whether it's just one?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay. So you read a comic book. Ma'am, you're a blerd. You're a blerd. I don't even want to continue to go on and say, have you done? You are a blerd, whether you are a novice blerd or an intermediate or an advanced, you're a blerd.
I'll be novice. I'll give myself novice, but I love people, and I love people who are accepting of the fact that as a Black person, be it male or female, that you are accepting and acknowledging and open to the idea that is absolutely okay, that we have this dynamic of understanding that even though we are Black, and it like, because there's this within this dynamic and conversation that, you know, what is quote unquote Black. Mm-hmm. Everything that we touch and everything that we participate in is a Black thing. If a Black person has done it, it's a Black thing. If a Black person wants to do it, it's still a Black thing. And I think that over time, people have misconstrued what being Black is like. We can't fit into this box. And the concept of being a Black nerd or blerd, I think it is such a beautiful arena of self-expression, because for generations, Black people weren't allowed, and to some places to this day, we weren't allowed to express ourselves in such an open and dynamic space, in an open and dynamic way. Even though historically we've been in marching in these spaces and been at the forefront of a lot of these spaces in the comic industry and the cartoon space. So yeah, I think that we just have to be a lot more accepting of one another and just say, yeah, go ahead, y'all can do it. It's okay.
I agree.
Go ahead, let your hair down.
So, ma'am, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
Good evening. I'm Shauna from Shop the Hood. My platform is all about showcasing minority-owned businesses with a heavy focus on Black-owned businesses. I am one of the 3 women involved in Pink Takeover, which started in December of 2022.
Well, you're jumping ahead. Don't talk about that yet. Don't talk about that yet. But just tell about you, how you got started.
How I got started. I actually woke up sick one day with sarcoidosis. I started with a stationery brand that I had to sunset one day because I woke up with sarcoidosis and inflammation was all over the place. To keep myself busy throughout that time, I was just on social media because there was really not much I could do physically. And luckily I bumped into someone on Nosy Bystander, the owner of the one on Nosy Bystander, and she started a whole TV network. As she was talking about it, she was discussing what types of television shows that she wanted to have on this Black-owned TV network. And Stephanie Hall is an amazing woman. She's the woman behind Nosy Bystander. And one day in her live, I suggested that she have a TV show that on her channel that showcase Black-owned businesses, to give Black-owned businesses a space to showcase their products and have a conversation about what it is that they do and the difficulties that they have to endure and be exposed to. And especially the financial limitations that a lot of Black-owned businesses are levied with. And she liked the idea so much, she said, "Go ahead and do it." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know I wasn't pitching the idea for me." Like, I was just thinking, "Girl, just here's the idea. Just go ahead and so she's no, go." Like, she goes, "You seem to have like a passion for it." I'm like, "Well, yeah, because I'm kind of a small business owner, so I get it." And it gave me the opportunity to understand social media a lot more, and be exposed to so many issues and so many different areas of Black-owned businesses, especially with the beauty supply industry. Nothing like having the cops get called on you for being on TikTok. So
yes, and that's what I want to talk about. But
yeah.
When you started, you started on TikTok, or you started on Instagram first?
Originally, I started on Instagram, and no platform in the beginning, when you start your platform off, loves you. You literally have to put in an insane amount of work, dedication, and time, and figure out how to get to your target audience. And it was all a learning curve. And when and all of a sudden I was just like, you know what, let me just try this TikTok thing. I didn't understand anything I was doing. And I was just like, okay, let's have some fun. And I'll do I'm not dancing.
Right.
They don't need one more Black person out in these streets dancing. Okay, listen. And if I did try to move, it would hurt, because the inflammation with my sarcoidosis was not playing games with me at that time. So I was just like, I'm not dancing. Let me just, my mouth can run amok. So let me just have fun and talk about Black-owned businesses. And all of a sudden, a lot of things started to progress further. And then that really is how the Shop the Hood platform started. So was it the fall of 2022? I think it was like October 31st, the TV show launched. And I really just started pulling in as many Black-owned businesses as I could talk about, and breaking them up by category, talking about stationery, talking about Black-owned beverage brands, clothing brands, beauty supply stores, just so many different Black-owned businesses across the United States. I had no idea that there were Black-owned sneaker brands out there. Had no idea. And I think that's a great discussion. We have to have these conversations intentionally, because we keep thinking that we only have to shop with these big brand name businesses. Since we just found out last month, that fashion brand, and I can't remember their name right now, their products are selling for like $2,000, but they actually cost $57 to make.
Dior.
Dior, thank you. If Dior is if they're making, you're paying for feelings. If that people can understand that. You're paying for what you intrinsically think the value is. You're paying for the name. But if you have two different brands and Dior is getting made in the same building as Johnny Bobbitt's, then why not buy Johnny Bobbitt's if it's going to be the same quality? And then if it's a small business, especially Black owned, why don't we start pouring back into our local communities that way? Because the first thing typically a small business does, once they start getting traction and start growing, they hire someone typically in their community. So why not support the small businesses that are in and around us, especially the ones that look like us? And we have to have a very intentional conversation, and which burdens us as consumers of being very intentional about our purchasing power. Where do we want our dollars to go? Mm-hmm. And people who best understand this are blerds, are people who are in the Black-owned bookstores and the readers, because people understand in that dynamic, in that space, it's all about representation. And without that level of representation, how do we impress upon the next generation to say, you know what, you can do that because look, she did it. It's absolutely possible that you can thrive in this atmosphere, that you can thrive in this space. And we have to be able to continuously show success in our environment by making sure that we keep funding our environment. And we have to be a lot more intentional about that.
Yes. And for us to speak up and to defend each other, which is the reason why you got in trouble with the beauty supply store.
Just a
for speaking up.
Just a wee bit, yeah. I think that it is, and please understand this. I'm not saying that every Black-owned business needs to be supported. There are some. Am I allowed to use profanity here? Like, are we done there? Okay.
This is our universe. This is.
There are some shitty businesses in every atmosphere. There are shitty Asian-owned businesses. There are shitty Black-owned businesses. There are shitty white businesses. There are shitty Middle Eastern businesses. There will always be a group of people who will want to screw you over, no matter what color they are, because that's their MO. We have to figure out a way to talk about both of those people. We have to talk about the shitty companies, and we have to talk about the great companies, because if we don't have that honest conversation, someone's going to get scammed in a large sense. And once you know what's going on in a lot of these industries and a lot of these spaces, you can then make a better decision and a more conscientious decision if you want to, because not everybody's going to want to move that way. And I get that. But the person who wants to be intentional about their purchasing power and see their community grow and thrive will want to do that. Because some people, listen, if Harriet left people behind, we sure as shit we're going to leave some people behind. Like, listen, y'all want to stay in the plantation, go right ahead. That's all right. But now with all this technology that we have literally in our hands, actively in our hands, we have the power to make the difference in the community and be the change that we want to see. I can sit and talk to people who are mathematical geniuses, who are IT specialists, who love to sew, who have this insane talent for painting. There's so much talent and skill set in the Black community. We just have to remind each other of our greatness, and we have to support each other through the hard times, or we'll start losing that edge of creativity that we have.
So with you, what is it what happened to you when you went to that beauty supply store? How did all of that? How did the fighting start?
Okay. So
they're not the only ones that's mad at you right now. We're gonna get into all the other people that's
there's a whole bunch of people who don't like me. And here's the thing. So today's August the 1st of 2024. And not physical fight, because listen, I got a permit to carry. I am menopausal. Please don't run up on me. I will ask questions later, and I've got the easy out. PTSD. Easy out. The reality is, August 1st, 2024, this starts Black-owned business history month. So what ended up happening last year is March of 2023, I heard this story about this Paradise Hair Beauty Supply having difficulties getting products into their store because of all these allegations of this monopoly that's happening in the beauty supply space. That if you have an Asian-owned beauty supply store that is within a 1 mile radius, and every city has a different radius. I just found out in Tacoma, Washington, it's 10 miles. So if you have a Black-owned beauty supply store that Paradise just opened up about 7 months, at the end of 2022, they needed to get permission from Paradise Hair Beauty. They needed to get permission from Cedar Beauty, Hair World, and New Hair World, because those beauty supply stores were within 1 mile radius. And because they couldn't get permission from those beauty supply stores, they couldn't get products from distributors because they needed permission from these other beauty supply stores, which makes no sense to me. Right. So I was just like, well, let me go check out this New Hair World that's causing all this chaos and mayhem. Let's see how magnanimous they actually are. Why is it they would be afraid of a little bit more competition when we already have competition within a mile at Cedar Beauty? So I go over to New Hair World. Now I'm walking around with my phone in the ugly position, like the phone is aimed up at the ceiling. So you're seeing the up angle of my face. I'm not trying to get a video of the employees. That was not my intention. So I'm walking around the store discussing like, oh my God, like, you guys won't guess what's going on. Here's the situation. Here's a Black-owned beauty supply store who can't get products into their store because they need permission from these other brick and mortar stores to get products from the distributor. Now, this is a policy, not a law, that a lot of these distributors have in place, which allows them to create this monopoly in the beauty supply space. So if you ever go into a Black-owned beauty supply store and you start looking around, you see that the shelves are sparse and they don't have as many products as the Asian beauty supply stores. This is why. This is actually why. Okay. So I'm walking around the store and one of your cousins came up to me to ask me if I needed some help. And I was just like, no, I'm good. And I have the whole video because listen, I'm nothing but thorough on holding on to some videos. So I'm walking out, I was like, no, like but I did not get a video. I did not get a picture of her face. So I was just like, no, I'm good. I'm just, walking around and just checking out the store. She was okay. Well, if you need any help, ask. I was like, okay, sure, not a big deal. So I'm answering questions of people who are coming into my TikTok live as to what's going on. So I'm telling them about the allegations that Paradise Hair Beauty Supply had levied against Cedar Beauty and New Hair World. I go to leave the store. Now, when I came in, my bag didn't beep. I had already purchased something from Paradise Hair Beauty Supply. But when I came into the store, my bag didn't beep. But when I left the store, my bag beeped. And I'm just like, oh, that's weird because I didn't buy anything. And if I didn't beep on the way in, why should I beep on the way out? Allegedly, no, it's not allegedly. I didn't know that it is possible for a lot of those stores to actually set that alarm off intentionally. That's what I learned.
Really?
Yeah. So Paradise, at the time, the manager at Paradise Hair, who I thought was the owner, but turns out he was the manager. Joe said, he goes, you can set that alarm off from a button from behind the counter. I was like, really? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay, had no idea. Did they do that? I don't know. But I know I didn't beep on the way in, but I beeped on the way out. So the gentleman who stopped me was very nice. And he said, oh, do you mind if we check your bag? I said, well, I did buy some stuff. I said, there's a bunch of stuff in my backpack. I was not carrying that day, luckily. But typically I do. But I was not carrying that particular day. And I was just like, sure. I said, you want to go to my backpack? I said, well, here's a bag that I purchased from Paradise Hair Beauty Supply. So he took the bag and swung it through the alarm thing and it beeped. He was like, yeah, it's probably something in here. They didn't take off. I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay. And as my back is turned toward the door, all of a sudden his attitude changed. And he says, listen, I know what you're doing. And I don't like that you came into my store and you're spreading all these lies and fake news. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not spreading any lies. I'm not sharing any fake news. He says, well, I called the cops. I'm like, really? I'm like, okay. And as he said that, I didn't hear it because my phone's recording at the time. I didn't hear it. But when I turned around, there were two police officers there. I'm just like, what the fuck? And I was just like, okay, and then I was just like, well, all right. Not a big deal. Like, I don't care. First of all, legally, I am allowed to videotape into the store unless you ask me politely. You would have to ask me to stop recording. But then I would probably leave at that juncture. But there's no law that says that I can't videotape inside your store. Yeah, it's public. So he says, well, I want you to delete that film. And I'm like, I'm not deleting anything. It was a live event. I'm not deleting anything and I don't need your permission. And then when the police asked me, they were like, well, who are you? I said, well, hi. I'm reporting on a story. My name is Shauna. I'm on a TV network called Nosy Bystander TV. My TV show is Shop the Hood. I said there are some serious allegations levied that this business is pretty much doing some extra things to try to disenfranchise a Black-owned business that is like a half a mile down the road. And he says, well, you're spreading fake news. I said, well, if you knew, I said, well, what is it that I said that was not true? And he goes, well, I don't know. Well, what did you say? I said, well, if you're saying that I'm sharing fake news, you obviously heard something.
Right.
So if you didn't
hear
just
regurgitating what the person said to you.
yeah, like if you heard me, then why you ask me what I said? So we kind of went back and forth for like 10 or 15 seconds. The cop was like, okay, listen, stop. He says, listen, what do you want her to do? He goes, I want her to delete that video, and I don't want her to come back in my store. I said, listen, at the end of the day, you call the cops on me. Shit if I will ever step foot back on your premises ever again. And trust me when I tell you, I will share this story repeatedly. So the police walked me out, but the police officer could not get out the store because as he came in the store, you could come in, but he couldn't open up the door, the entry door to go out, which I thought was a fire hazard. But that was a whole nother topic. So the police officer took me outside and he was just like, he says, well, we're just going to have to, he says, well, I said, well, what does he want to do? He was just like, I don't know. He goes, you could be trespassed. I said, listen, I'm not coming back here. Like, I honestly really don't care, but I'm reporting on a story and I'm associated with a TV network. So at this juncture, this is me reporting on a story. I did not have to have permission to come into the store. I didn't have to have permission to videotape inside the store. And he's just a little bent over the fact that this story has gone viral, not just on my platform, but other people's platforms also. So, it was like, I knew I was not in the wrong for talking about this story, having this discussion. And New Hair World or Hair World, and now they're called New Hair World, is under new management, but the same issue still persists. That when you're coming to a space to open up a beauty supply store in any place across the United States, that you have to pretty much kiss the ring to open up and get products from a distributor. And most of the distributors are Korean distributors.
I need to check in Houston and see what the radius is.
I think it's 5 miles in Texas. If you find a Black-owned beauty supply store, and I was going to post about this in Tacoma, Washington, it's 10 miles because there's only one Black-owned beauty supply store in Tacoma, Washington. It's Matisse Beauty Supply. And she just posted about it the other day. It's 10 miles. 10-mile radius here in Philadelphia, it puts you in the state of New Jersey. Like, we are all into another state, and not only in New Jersey, but I think it kicks into Delaware also. So that would be insane here in Philadelphia, and we're more of a metropolis city. But you have this insane idea of having a radius that you would have to get permission to get products. Like, what other industry does that?
Right.
So, when we talk about supporting Black-owned businesses and how do we move forward in that area, especially when it comes to beauty supply stores, it is an absolute monopoly in that sphere. I just find it insane that every time I went into an Asian beauty supply store, these are things that I didn't know. And I would listen, if you ever see me pull my money out or a card out to buy anything in an Asian beauty supply store, gently grab my elbow and pull me out. Because obviously I am on something that and I'm on slightly delusional. Because once you know how the system works, why do I want to fund my own suppression? I'm actively funding my own, suppression in the Black community, because if we want to see our businesses thrive, we as consumers have to actively take part in that. And we have to redirect our purchasing power. And it's not going to be easy, but I'm not interested in helping more hair worlds or new hair worlds keep thriving while our businesses and our communities, especially those in the most disenfranchised sections of the city or of the country, are going to be hurt the most. Because if you're putting money into an Asian-owned beauty supply store or any other business, and those business owners don't live in that community, they're actively taking money out of the community. Now the people who are in the community have to work that much harder to redevelop or put more money back into their community, because they're actively, not knowingly, actively funding businesses that are taking money out of their community. So
now, is this, with you doing this, speaking for small businesses, is this how you and Jasmine met? Because I know I met you following you, learning about the the beauty supply store, because I didn't realize all of that, and started following you from there, and then saw Jasmine and then you, and dealt with the pink takeover. So how did I know Jasmine jumped on it, was just saying something. I don't know how she came about it and how she was frustrated and why she said, let's just be unapologetic for a day. How did that come about?
So actually, Jasmine started Pink Takeover, and Jasmine had this conversation in December of 2022 about having a day where Black women unapologetically stand out like sore thumbs, and all of us wearing the same color. And she later chose the color pink, and she chose the day to be the second weekend in the month of June. So I saw a video. She posted a video, and then a woman named Kat stitched that video on TikTok. And Kat said, "You know what? That's a great idea." She goes, "But how about we turn it up a little bit?" And so she says, "What if we did it every quarter, changed, had a color, and only supported Black-owned businesses along the way? That way, pouring back into the Black-owned business space, especially and being intentional by only, if we're going to do pink hair, only going to Black-owned beauty supply stores, Black-owned nail artists, if you want to do nails, or Black-owned clothing brands, if you couldn't change your hair color to adorn yourself in pink in some capacity, but only buy products from Black-owned beauty supply stores." So Jasmine, the artist here, this is one of her paintings. Jasmine came up with the idea in December. Kat saw it, and when I saw Kat's video, something resonated with me. Like, how you hear something and it just shakes you to your core? That's what happened when I saw Kat's video. And I was just like, I got to be a part of this. Somehow I'm going to do something. I'm going to reach out to these women. I know that they're getting 1,000 comments a day, and all I can do is just comment and reach out to them, hit them up in the DMs, and just see what happens. Next thing you know, Jasmine, Kat, and I got on a phone call and had this discussion about actually growing this out to be a big thing, and just to see where it would go. And back then, TikTok was working with us. Like, they were pushing out our videos. More Black women were getting involved and seeing the content. And it was a wonderful thing because Black women from around the world took part in it. And we had Black women in 5 different countries in Africa, Australia, Central and South America.
Yeah, even Lizzo. Yeah,
Lizzo took part in it. Yeah, it was a shock. Like, we were all floored when Lizzo jumped in on it. And it's an amazing, and it's such a simple thing. It's such a simple, easy thing to participate in. And we just wanted it to be easy and unencumbered. And people were just like, "Well, where are we shopping?" And I was just like, "I don't know, where you live. Find a Black-owned business in your community." Like, girl, like, Google is free. And people are just like, "Well, there should be a guide." I'm like, no, I don't want there to be a guide, because if there's a guide, that's going to disenfranchise a lot of Black-owned restaurants in your community, a lot of small businesses that I don't know where they are, because I'm in Philly, and even I don't know where all the Black-owned businesses are in Philly. But what about where you are in Detroit? What about where you are in Springfield, Missouri? And there's a Springfield in every city, in every state in the nation. Yeah, go ahead, Homer and The Simpsons. There's a Springfield in every state in the nation. Why they're in Rhode Island, because there's no Springfield in Rhode Island. But nerdy thing. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just
I told you were blurred. Go ahead.
But it's just one of those things that you start to realize. And we would really just wanted people to do the work in finding those Black-owned businesses, and we wanted Black-owned businesses to step out and show off and share what they have, no matter where you were in your phase of business, because the more we start networking, and networking is absolutely essential, the more we can actually start working together and pulling together as a Black community in different ways. And it's not like this is the only way that Black-owned businesses are networking. You've got the 15% pledge. You've got what Pinky Cole is doing. There's just so many different ways that Black-owned businesses are networking and working together. And we just need more of that. And the more we have of that, the more interlocked we can be. And then when Pink Takeover came, oh my God, then there was like the great smoke out in Canada, and there's the Canadian smoke came down, and I had to stay trapped in my house because my lungs just were not up for that job. And so for the next color, we had purple. So we had Pink Takeover in June, and then September is going to be purple. And what we start to realize is, okay, we're going to have a guide, because I start to realize that people really did want to know where they could go shopping. And I honestly really tried to fight it for as long as possible. But then I started to realize, okay, a lot of these businesses don't have the time to create videos and showcase themselves because they've got real brick and mortar issues. And that's kind of how the guide came about. It started off as like a quick little list. I'm like, okay, here are my favorite businesses that I shopped at. What about you? But then I started realizing, okay, let me just take all the businesses that I discussed in my TV show, put them in a guide, and then add as many more categories to it. And as the guide grew, next thing you know, I've got Black-owned puzzle brands, Black-owned sunscreen brands, more Black-owned sneaker brands, and the clothing thing will like keep catching me off guard. Like there's just so many different categories to choose from, and so many different categories to keep adding. We're going to be launching the Black-owned bookstore as a completely separate guide, because there's over 150 Black-owned bookstores throughout the United States that we can actively start supporting and shopping with, because if Amazon can do it, why can't we?
So how did the Ain't No Way part of the section come about? Because
I
love it when you say ain't no way.
Ain't no way. Because technically, as I spoke with my lawyer one day, I cannot call them scams because that would leave me in a legal kerfuffle. So I can say it's I can refer to Scam Advisor, and I can point to the word, and I can say, there's some shady things out here, but at the end of the day, ain't no way would I ever shop with you. But it all started with Jay Boleyn. There's a style. His name is Jay Boleyn. He's a stylist, and he's in California. One of his videos was taken and run as an ad for a company called L'Oreal. And I was just like, oh my God. And I saw this cute little sweater shirt combo. I was like, that is super cute. I'm not one to click and buy. I'm going to go to the comment section and look at some things. And as I was in the comment section, one person said, that's stylish Jay Boleyn's video. And I'm like, how the hell the fuck? So I go to stylish Jay Boleyn and I scroll through their feed on TikTok. I'm like, shit, what the fuck? It was the entire video. They pulled the entire video and had the audacity to post it on TikTok and run it as an ad. And as I later found out, businesses do this all the time. And there's so many people who are getting technically scammed because they see a video, they think that they're buying from that particular business, but what you're doing is actually buying from someone who's stolen a video, and they don't actually have the product. And what L'Oreal does is, because they do have a history of it, and I've actually talked to at least 10 different businesses that they have stolen their content from their social media feed on Instagram and run it as ads on TikTok. And the reverse is done on other platforms as well. You've got businesses, their content stolen on TikTok, and the ads run on Instagram and Facebook. So they play one platform against another. And the FTC completely knows about this. But by the time they catch up with the laws, listen, we're already $1.4 billion on social media. And technically, according to the FTC, $1.4 billion were lost in 2023 from social media scams. And that's from anything not receiving product to people. And this is what people have reported. Not receiving the product or giving the product a rating so low that they want to give it a 0 and they can only give it a 1. So what these businesses are doing is they're just making knockoffs of the cheapest things possible. And if we start thinking about, and it's not just Black-owned businesses, but because Black-owned businesses are the least funded, Black-owned businesses have the worst loan approval rate percentage. Yep. We have to understand that. But just because you see a Black face modeling an outfit, you may not be buying from that Black-owned business. And we have to have that intentional conversation of make sure you know who you're shopping with. So the Ain't No Way section is listing businesses that ain't no way on God's green earth would I ever shop with you, because this is your history of your product. And it's not just businesses that have stolen from Black-owned businesses. There are just some business like Fabletics who has done some unethical things in regard to Black-owned businesses and have a devious business mindset. I don't understand if I want to buy a t-shirt or if I want to buy this black shirt, why do I have to keep paying for it every month with a monthly membership? That makes no sense to me. And what people don't understand is the reason Fabletics is valued so high is because many people are buying into a membership and they don't know that they're buying into a membership. So yeah, they're going to advertise that this shirt is $8, but in the fine print, you're paying $59.99 a month.
Right, because they're not reading that.
They're not reading the fine print.
They just see the $8.99 and okay, I'm going to click buy.
It's so cute. It's so awesome. And you're just accepting the terms and conditions and you're buying, your credit card's there. And we forgot to mention, you're also signing away your rights to a class action lawsuit for a shirt. Like what does that actually mean to people at the end of the day? Like, I'm from the days like, listen, I remember shopping through the Sears catalog or going to Sears and buying some clothes. And if you couldn't afford it all, you put it on layaway and you come back, you make payments, and then you can take it home. Okay, I can understand that. But why do I have to keep paying a membership fee over and over again every month?
To be able to shop with you.
Just to say I can shop with you. Oh, but you don't have to pay that fee every month. If you remember to contact them between the 1st and the 5th and tell them that you want to bypass that membership fee. Well, girl, you know how many things I got going on the 1st through the 5th? Like, I can barely keep up with if you've got kids, if you got a job, if you got all these other things happening, who's going to think about and remember to reach out to Fabletics and say, don't charge my card this month because, many people can't remember that. So they get charged again and again. Many people don't even know they're buying into a membership. And then when they do go to cancel, their allegations, according to the Better Business Bureau's reports and complaints, it's taken a lot of people 3 months to cancel the membership.
Yep.
You're looking at $150. So this is how devious these businesses are at this juncture. Like, I just want to go to a business, buy my clothes, be charged one price, and keep it moving and feel good about the clothes that I'm in. Why do I have to pay a membership? Listen, and Fabletics, it's like 5 different companies. It's Shoe Dazzle, Fabletics, Yitty, and like 2 other businesses. They're all under the same umbrella. And just because and I know Lizzo's like, just because they pay Lizzo or they pay Kevin Hart to talk about this brand, those people are getting richer off of doing some.
It's Fenty too. It's Fenty because
it's Fenty.
I'm in that Fenty club. I'm in there, and every month I'm like, I tell my husband, did you
cancel?
Not cancel because I like them. And I'm not into going into the store. I don't have the patience. I don't have patience to go into the store and deal with people. I just don't. I don't like parking. I don't like people. So I buy online, which is a problem because then it doesn't fit and then I have to send it back. So when they have their sales, I get all my underwears, pretty lingerie. I love her stuff. Her stuff is amazing. It's just, it's the only reoccurring one that I will pay for because, it's Rihanna.
Well, here's the thing, like Rihanna's doing great. She's a billionaire now, and she's good. Like I think and it's a wonderful thing. And I'm not trying to change anybody's perspective or position on where they shop and how they shop. I have a job that requires me to interact with a lot of people. Do I like people? No, I don't like people. I like people in my own time and space. if I could just have my little quiet time and quiet space and then let you in when I'm ready for you, I would love to do that. And so I completely understand like not really liking people in masses. And when I tell you I hate shopping, there's a reason why I have 5 of these black shirts. I have. And people think like, oh, sure, no, seriously, if you need me to do a video and showcase all 5 of these shirts, I will do it. If I could have a uniform for just every day, it would be a black shirt and like some tights. Like half the time I'm sitting here, I ain't got no pants on because I just like being comfortable. But the reality is I'm not one of those people who loves shopping. I don't like going to the store and trying on things and putting things on and taking them off and fussing through racks of clothes. For people who love doing that, congratulations. I am not your competition. I'm not your competition. Listen, like, go have fun, shop away, dig through the racks and do the whole thing. But when you start realizing how this economy directly affects how we are or are not thriving, why do we keep making billionaires richer? When there are like, how do you tell your kids and look at your kids and say, you can be anything you want to be. If you want to be a business owner, be it. But they're watching you funding billionaires and not supporting the small business because they're not going to jump off with $1 billion company. They're going to start off with a small business. So how do you have that conversation? Say you can be anything you want to. If you want to be a business owner, go ahead and do it, and we'll support you. But are you actively supporting the small businesses that could be the next Fenty? And that's the conversation that is a harder pill to swallow because we get comfortable in shopping in a routine way. Like I get real comfortable. Like I know exactly where I can get this shirt. If I need another 6, 7, 8, I know exactly where to go. I will buy 3 more and throw out 3 of the old ones. And I'm okay with that. But then I'm just like, oh, but I'm funding this beast that I'm not trying to completely take it out. I'm just trying to make a dent so that small businesses can thrive. And if we can actually take a few minutes or a few dollars out of our paycheck once a month, twice a month, to support a small Black-owned business that will appreciate us more than that $1 billion corporation, why not? Because that small business is going to show love to us so much more. We're going to get like cute little extras, and we get the stickers, and we get all the fun, cute stuff. And we're just like, oh my God, they really do appreciate me shopping with them. Mm-hmm. But where the big businesses are just like, yeah, we're going to be here for you because we know you need us. But we don't need them anymore. We really don't. And I'll say it, there are days that I'm lazy. I'm a lazy shopper because we get used to what we are. Sorry, something just popped up. We get used to doing the things that are easiest for us because everything else within our space can sometimes be very complicated. Most people are very routine in how they shop. And Amazon knows this. That's why they thrive at what they do. But I would just like
to Amazon, unfortunately. I have to say that.
You're an Amazon crackhead.
Yeah. Hey, look, I weaned myself off of Starbucks. Give me some damn credit. I mean, come on. I weaned myself off of Starbucks, so just give me a minute with Amazon. Baby steps, just baby steps.
I think we have to give ourselves grace and understanding that we are routine beasts, and sometimes doing something different isn't easy. But if we do something different together, it makes it that much more fun. And that's why these takeover days I find to be so enjoyable and so entertaining, is that we are actively shopping together and we're actively celebrating together. And we can actively discuss like who was good and who was crappy, because, that's the other thing. The reviews are now fake. A lot of them are fake now. There's an entire market on fake reviews.
Oh, that's been a thing. Like that has been that they pay people to do reviews, and I don't look for good reviews. When I look for the bad reviews because those are the ones that are truthful. But You just can't, I can't stand this store. You can tell the people who are angry compared to, okay, this person was angry, but they was detailed. Give me some details. Why are you angry with them? What did they do?
Yeah.
Tell me about them.
Like what had happened was, yeah, I want that story.
Yes, yeah, unlike you, what had happened was I lifted up the cup and it was dirty under. Like, oh. This chick here, let me tell you, people.
Like I listen, I just have
find
to
myself lifting up cups now when I go to restaurants, looking to see if they're dirty underneath because of this chick right here.
It's not my fault, really. See what had happened?
Really?
Not really. Like, think about it this way. Like, imagine you find a new restaurant that you want to eat at, and the food is like delicious, and you're just like, okay, there's like one or two ghetto things happening, but you're trying to like be nice and be like be supportive. And I have come to the conclusion I could never be a food reviewer. I could never. Keith Lee and people like Keith Lee who are like honest and nice, they are like the angelic ones. I could not be nice. I'm like, this is some bullshit. Like, I can't believe y'all had me out here at this place. Like, this is like they shooting out in the corner. I stepped over a crackhead. Da da da. The food was okay at best. Like the food reviewers, they just roll up into spaces, get paid like, I don't know what, $100 to $5,000 to talk about a restaurant for 15 seconds, make a video and keep it pushing. So I go to a place and honestly, the food was so good. I even posted it. I was like, oh my God, this could be my new place. Like, I want a place to be like Norm. I want to walk in and be like, shut up. Yeah. To feel like family. I thought I found that place. And then one day I came in and there was like food stuck on the underside of my bowl. The fork was dirty, but I didn't notice the dirty fork until I was at the end of my meal. And I turned the fork over to cut something and it was stuck. I almost threw up in my mouth a little bit. So yeah, just.
Teresa, you don't get horror stories from your sister?
Yes, I do. That's what I mean.
Oh.
Like what, Teresa, what was the best small business that you think that you can remember that you supported recently in the past like 6 months? And if there is one that disappointed you also.
I have to be honest. When you were talking about we get lulled in by the easy, I've been lulled. So I don't even know what small businesses. The first thing that comes to my mind with black owned businesses here in Atlanta, every time for one reason or another, there's a handbag company. And Simone will tell you that I have many issues, and one of them is handbags, one of many. But it's called P. Sherrod and Company.
Okay.
And I bought this red round bag from P. Sherrod and Company, and it's just so gorgeous. And so that's the first thing that comes to mind when I think, small business and Black woman owned business. But just like, I don't know, I'm trying to think about negative. I have to think about that because lately, I've been on the Uber Eats,
Listen.
easy.
I'm a DoorDash crackhead too. Like, I am a DoorDash crackhead. Yeah. I need to find a man who can cook for me because I don't want to do dishes.
You and me both. When you find one.
I just need a man who can cook for me. He can cook. I'm not doing dishes, so he's gonna have to do dishes too. Yeah, but Uber and I've tried. Yeah,
I won't dry them, but I will wash the dishes.
Oh no, I'm not interested in doing either. Like, he's gonna have to cook and do dishes. I can provide entertainment and I've got a lot of power tools. I can fix stuff. Yeah.
That's what a dishwasher is for. Just shove them in the dishwasher, turn it on, put them in the
Ma'am,
dishwasher.
my house was built in 1940. I do not have a dishwasher.
My mother said that she had 3 dishwashers when we were little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. My
I
mother.
have a dishwasher. I just don't find that. I just find it redundant to clean off your plates and then put it in the dishwasher. I might as well just scrub it and wash it and get it all done with because I'm faster. And who's like, how am I trusting that dishwasher to a glass casserole dish? Like, I can't do it. I can't. I'm not trusting it. Gotta get into those little corners and stuff. But yeah, there's so many different things. Taking notes because I like
James. What I tell you?
We're all going to James's house. I will wash the dishes.
No, James and Shauna are. I'm forbidding it. I'm putting my foot down. Damn it! I'm forbidding it. So
listen.
No.
If you are, and here are my requirements. This is my man shopping on this. Like, if
they have to come past Simone, that's the first thing.
Yeah.
So everything else that you send it is irrelevant because if I say no, then anything else you say is gonna. I don't care.
No. They have to support Black-owned businesses. They have to be able to cook. They have to be able to do dishes. They have to be nerdy. Oh my God! Because I just went to what's the thing the other day? I saw oh my God! I'm having a brain fart. Deadpool.
Deadpool. Yes.
When we go to the movies, if you talk, I'm gonna punch you in your throat. Like, I'm not saying I'm completely violent. I'm just like I'm not saying I'm completely violent. I'm just subtly violent. Like, everybody has a baseball bat.
You have to like Deadpool. I mean, you have to like Marvel.
Everybody has a blow dart, right? Like, everybody. Every good person on this planet has a blow dart. And a baseball bat to entertain yourself. But when you go to a movie, if you talk in the movie or even think of touching me, I will absolutely punch you in the throat. Absolutely punch you in the throat. But yeah, like there's this, like, that's the basic criteria. And like, you have to be funny. Like, you know, if you can't make me laugh, like, what good are you? Because, you know, I'm not saying it's all about me. I'm just saying
it is all about you. But it is all about you.
Yeah, it's all about. But like, I think that's what like
blerds. They need to be able to live in our world without judging us.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think the most exciting thing about Black people who are nerdy or super nerds or mega nerds, and trust me when I tell you, nerds are amazing people. They don't want to take over the world. They just want to have fun playing the world. And it's just, it's a great thing because you get to see such a dynamic range of interpretation of what a nerd means to people. Because you have some people, and you have to throw goth people into that, because the goth space also is an expression of their idea of nerds, and everything is such a range. I am not into the anime space, but I have buddies who literally are just like full tilt anime.
You will be. I mean, I'm new. James brought me into anime, and now I'm going to pull you.
You don't necessarily have to
pull
go
you
to
into
that.
makeup. I'm gonna pull you into anime with me. I'm gonna do it. You're gonna do it with me, girl.
See, like, listen. And here's the thing. Like, I'm like we're all big kids, but we just have like money to spend to like entertain ourselves in our extra childhoodness. And for the people who are like us, we love the idea and the ability to do whatever we want to. I got some anime. Listen, anime, and here's the thing about allowing people to be all they want to be. Go with God with that. I'm not a heavy drinker. I just got back into drinking, I guess is the best way to put it, because of my platform. But for years I was just like, I don't need to drink because I don't like the taste. I taste the alcohol. And here's the thing with that. I'm not going to take the last sip of your beer. Beer is absolutely disgusting. I don't know how I will ever talk about Black-owned beer brands with any sense of like professionalism because I just don't like the taste of it. But if you love beer, enjoy that. I love that for you. Have all the beer you want to. And if you need a designated driver, I will even drive
Add some
you home.
Sprite to that, because that makes a shandy. Come on, girl. You've been in the UK. You've been to London. You didn't have a shandy.
I lived in Ireland. But
I hate beer, but I'll take a beer. I'll put some
I think
Sprite
you just
in there.
defiled the Sprite. Like, I think you actually defiled the Sprite with the
No,
beer.
that makes the drink great. Guys, come on.
Beer's disgusting.
Sprite or 7-Up.
Sprite.
You put that much. You had an 8-ounce glass, and you put that much in, and the rest of the beer. And when I say a light beer, I don't mean a light. I mean a light colored beer, not the dark color. The light color beer, and it tastes great. I don't like the taste of beer.
I believe that you believe that. I believe that you believe that. And I'm so happy that you believe that. Like, and then
you lived in the UK. You've never had a shandy. I'm like, this is amazing. How do you make this?
Here's the thing. I don't like liver. Like, I don't like liver. Cannot stand liver. I don't care if you fry it, throw it with onions. I don't care if you dance into the jig on it. But I love pate. I can't explain my weirdness. I just accept myself for who I am. So I don't need to.
And I'm reversed because I can't stand pate, but I love liver.
See, this is how we can hang out. Like, you can have the liver and onions. I will eat all the pate. I just try to keep it simple. But that's the great thing about allowing ourselves to be accepting of how we want to express ourselves. Like, for the people and I don't know how I'm going to bring this up without bringing in another topic, but for the plushy people, like the people who like to dress up like animals,
the furries,
thank you, the furries. For the furry people, like, that is a whole nother sect of self-expression. Mm-hmm. Will I be dressing up as an animal? I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. I don't see myself putting on a raccoon costume or dressing up like a panda. But anything's possible. I'm not completely negating it. But if I were to do it, I would have just as much fun dressing up as an animal. But even I know those costumes are hot as Hades.
Any costume is hot in the summertime in leather.
My menopause does not allow me to do that. I dressed up as a purple dragon years ago for a fundraiser, and the only thing I had on underneath that was bra and panties because those costumes are that hot.
And that's what you're supposed to have on underneath.
No one gave me that
armor that you have on because it's hot as hell. It's hot. You're sweating.
No one told me. That should have been a memo. No one told me. But when you spoke about the makeup thing, like me playing with makeup, I've always wanted to learn how to do those. Like you guys do insane transitions, like the rainbows and like changing the face and attaching things onto your skin. Listen, I still can't get the sparkly things. How the fuck? I've got tweezers somewhere here. I'm still struggling with the glue. Like how? There still needs to be a class. So when Purple Takeover comes, I have to do something more.
Yes, we'll do something simple. We'll do something.
No,
simple.
but see, that's the thing. I don't want to do anything simple because see, right now this is simple. This face is
Well, my simple and your simple is two different simples. So when I say simple, you're gonna be like, that's not simple. Yeah, we'll do something simple.
Because like my face right now took me like 30 minutes, and this face
we'll do something where it's gonna go across
a diagonal.
Yeah, we're gonna do
like a zigzaggy. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have to put like foundation, that primer stuff? Again, it's a class. It's a class. It's a class. Like I've got a fan aimed at me. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm gonna have a rack of makeup over here, and a whole bunch of makeup remover. Yeah. I think that isn't there like a spray paint? There should be a spray paint so you can just put a template on your face.
There is. You're not there yet. It's like it's an air gun. You're not there yet. It's like, Shauna, I can't get you to get a right damn brush to do your eyes, and you want me to put a spray?
But I did like eyeshadow-ish stuff. See, like,
and how long did it take for me fighting with you for that? I can't put a spray gun in your hand and just. No, I don't have the patience for that right now.
I think there could be a happy median. Like I'm just saying options and opportunities. Because I think a spray, but then my whole thing would be what Black-owned business does like airbrushy stuff. Baby steps. Listen, here's the thing. Do you really have to walk before you crawl before you walk? Is that like, I know that sounds good, but what if you just ran in and then you saw where you went wrong and then you fixed it and then you started stepping? Like, that's, sometimes it could work out. I'm just saying.
Okay, it's downstairs. I was trying to find so you can see all of the bits and pieces. I don't know where it's at.
Listen, if I could strip the paint off of a 1968 Volkswagen Bug, I think I can put paint with a spray gun on my face. So,
yeah,
I got mechanical skills in here. Like I got more tricks than like a Cracker Jack box. I'm not kidding. Like I got tricks. It's just like the little things. Like, listen, if you need me to rip down your wall and re-rock it, and I got carpentry, plumbing, I can do those things.
Oh, I'm a DIYer. My husband banned my best friend from coming to the house because when he goes away, we knock the wall down. And he's like, "You're not allowed in my house when I'm not here." So she can't go to the house anymore when he's not here, because we will change the whole house because I watch HGTV. I want to do that. And then that's what we do.
And I feel as though if you just give me 5 tricks on how to use the spray gun, I could done. Because the 50 brushes make no sense. I'm not.
Yeah.
How many more brushes do I really need? Honestly, it's a lot of brushes. And they're all doing the same thing. I swear they're all doing the same thing.
No, they're doing something different. Each brush does something different. Oh, I have to show it to you. It's downstairs, but I have
what are you looking for?
I'm looking for my spray.
Your airbrush?
My airbrush. But here's all the paints that go in the airbrush. All the many colors that go. I'll just shake them up.
And see, I think it would be easier to spray paint on my face than to blot it on my face for 5 hours.
No, because there's some things that you just can't. I can't explain it, Shauna.
Sometimes you have to run before you walk.
But no, you want to be Simone Biles immediately. Okay.
No.
You can't.
And I will say, but here's the thing with that. Actually, at the age of 49, when I was 49, I was taking adult gymnastics classes to learn how to do a backflip. I know, shocking all. But if I could do that at 49, I could just do 5 YouTube videos and watch them 15 times each, and then boom. It doesn't have to be a great boom. It could be a basic boom, but still splat out.
Okay. then we'll do that. Then we'll do that. So now it's going to be me showing you how to buy the right one, Black owned, because that's the first thing I'm going to look for now. So every time I buy something because of you, I have to. That stops me from my impulsive, except for Five and Below. Unfortunately, anything that's Harry Potter, I'm not stopping to think the Black owned. I'm going straight to, I'm buying this. If it's a lightsaber, I'm going straight to buying it. I'm not trying to, is it Black owned? Psh, get out my way. I'm getting, but yes, I will.
Listen, I know that change is not easy. Like, and it did take me a while to understand, like, holy fuck, like, yeah. And sometimes you have to have the cops called on you to stop doing what you were doing. Because for years I was just like, oh, I'll just stop at this Asian-owned beauty supply store because it's right downtown and it's easy and convenient. The nearest Black-owned beauty supply store here in Philadelphia is really Paradise. For me, it's Paradise Here Beauty Supply, and it's not close. But I've realized, like, it's better for me to support the Black-owned businesses that I see doing the work and working hard that need extra help. And all they need is $5 more. They need $5 from me. They need $5 from you. And that's what got me out of going to what's quick and easy, because quick and easy has like 2.5 generations on us right now.
Right.
And that's the issue. Like, they have 2.5 generations of funding, of being able to pull their money together, where the Black people in the Black community, what do you want to add in? You want to start with the redlining? You want to start with lack of access to business funding and loans? The fact that one woman literally said her mother told the bank that they promised that they would pay the loan back. And this was in the 70s. They just made a promise to the banks that they promised to pay the loan back. And these are immigrants coming in saying, like, oh, why don't Black people do it? Well, they couldn't. Like, right. Yeah. We were also dealing with, like, for people who have fathers who went to Vietnam, many of our fathers went twice. They were sent back a second time compared to their Caucasian counterparts. Like, there's just so many things that were systemic in the Black community to help, like, suppress and depress us. And we're not talking about, like, we're taking out, even if you take out drugs and redlining, there's still, like, racism and white supremacy is just rampant. So no one's going to help us out of this besides us. So, and that's why we need these takeover days to, like, laugh and giggle and celebrate and make it fun and easy.
Okay, so because we're gonna have to go soon, tell everybody where they can see you, follow you.
You can follow me on the best platforms are Instagram and TikTok. On Instagram is _TV show. There is a backup account, Shop the Hood TV show, all one word, in case Instagram decides to shut down my account. Sometimes I get a little mouthy. So there's a backup account, just in the event. On TikTok, it is Shop the Hood, and you can see me there. I go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and some days with Simone. So we laugh and giggle and kiki and ha-ha and talk some serious stuff. And then they tease me about, like, some of the things that I've done that is not quite adulting. I'm just a big kid.
Adulting is overrated.
Oh my God, it is so overrated, Teresa. Like, I think people have to understand we can live our best childhood life now as adults and keep it pushing and laugh and giggle. This is how I have so few gray hairs. Yeah. I really try not to stress.
And for the next Pinkhold takeover which is not going to be Pink Takeover, it's just Takeover.
It's Takeover Day. The next color is purple, so it's Purple Takeover. It's going to be the second weekend in September. So we do it at the end of every quarter. It'll be the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I want to say it's this September 13th, 14th, 15th. I'll double check on that, but it's the second weekend in September. So we do it June, September, December, and in March. and every 3 months, and it allows people to actively participate. And I want to thank you for creating something in the space by donating the money that you won for your transition to to several Black owned businesses. And what I really want to do, which I've been like doggedly like trying to find, is a Black owned business in your community that is in need, because a lot of the businesses in the Houston, Katy area, because of the storms and electrical power outage, have been suffering greatly. I really want to help pour back into your community directly, and finding a nonprofit, as easy as it sounds, many of them just want the money. But I want to make sure that I follow your wishes through and find the businesses that will clothe people who are going back to work. Yeah. But I want it to be in your community.
Okay, I will look some up and see what we can find. Thank you, Shauna, for joining our universe today, because we, in our reality, we don't care about people. We just talk. This is our reality. This is Teresa and my reality, and whatever.
Listen, I want to have nails like Teresa one day. Like I just
spoil shit. We didn't get a chance to spoil stuff today, like Deadpool
Green takeover
and
December.
Game of Thrones. Not Game of Thrones. The other one. House of Dragons. We just talk about all sorts of stuff, and I just like to spoil shit. That's me. I didn't see Deadpool, but
you haven't seen it.
I have not seen it, but I can tell you what happened, because
you haven't seen Deadpool.
I was all on the internet. No, I'm not gonna watch Deadpool. I will wait for it to come out. I'm not going to the movies to see it.
You're not going to see it in the theater.
No, I'll wait for it to come out on television, just like
Why?
the others. Because I'm not a Deadpool person. I'll wait for it to come out on television.
I'm not a Deadpool person either, but I've seen it twice. But before we get too far off target, Simone, who has been commenting on the show, wanted me to repeat the name of the handbag company, and it is called P as in Paul Sherrod, SHERROD, and Co. CO period. P Sherrod and Company. And I think it's called the Bailey, the bag that I got. It's the cutest little round.
You don't have it next to you?
No, it's on the shelf. If I could run and get it, I would, but it's on the shelf.
Is it called the Circle Classic?
I think that might be the small one.
That's it, Teresa.
That is it. Yes, that is it.
The Bailey mini circle bag. That is
maybe
cute.
The Bailey is the smaller one. Maybe. But anyway, I got the larger one in red, and it's so eye-catching and so elegant looking. I just love it.
Okay, we got a minute. Go get it so she can see the size.
Girl, I think that thing is on. I'm talking a shelf, a serious shelf.
It is cute. That black one is nice. Ooh. Gonna have me out here shopping.
Yeah, she does that. she gets me in trouble when she does her hauls for during the week.
And they're having a sale, but not on the Bailey. They're having a sale. Oh, they sold out. Oh, damn it. I have to say, because it's only $35. Was it? No, can you? Nope. Sold out. Yeah, they had this wallet on sale, but yeah, it's sold out.
Shauna, it's Simone from Dreams and Jammies. I'm loving how everybody's Simone. I haven't found another Simone. I'm so happy of other Simones out there. Simone is so popular now.
If you guys need clothes for the little ones, she has the cutest pajama sets for a little kid. That purse is adorable. Yeah, I could can't really
see that. My color is so bad for some reason, so you can't really see the red. But there's the P Sherrod. It's got this lovely.
Simone, we are the same age. We both 52. That purse, Teresa, is super cute.
I'm telling you.
And Shauna, what does Simone have?
She Dreams and Jammies is a pajama. It's a Black-owned pajama brand, and her pajamas for from infants to your tweens are super cute.
Okay.
I don't want to say it's not Afrocentric, but it's Black kid friendly. It shows Black representation, and her stuff is super cute. It almost makes me want to have a kid. Almost. Almost.
I know, Simone. I never had another Simone growing up either. And then I just see all of these Simones out there in the Olympics. And then now I'm starting to see them. I'm just so happy that I'm seeing so many people named Simone, because I haven't seen anybody else named Simone. What's the jammies again?
Dreams and Jammies.
Dreams and Jammies?
Yep.
Okay, Shauna. I don't know if you know, but t-shirts are kind of my thing.
Yeah, she's a t-shirt holic.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm gonna need some Black-owned t-shirt company.
I was actively trying to find and create an entire category on Black-owned t-shirt brands. It's a little harder, but for every t-shirt brand I find, I'm actually gonna start separating the clothing section and moving things around so that all the t-shirt brands are on like the same page or chapter. Yeah, girl, we getting there. We gonna get there. Yeah, I love t-shirts too. Like, listen, I like to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a creature of comfort. Yeah, t-shirts are comfortable.
Yeah.
T-shirts, yes. I love t-shirts. I love a good t-shirt. I have a black Beavis and Butthead t-shirt from Happy Memories. HMDD? Happy Memories Don't Die. Love that t-shirt. Because it's like a black Beavis and Butthead on the front, and then on the back of the t-shirt, you see the back of their heads. And yeah, I love t-shirts. Just a whole t-shirt section. But yeah.
Well, again, Shauna, Teresa and I would love to thank you for joining our universe.
Thank you for having me. It's been awesome.
Opinionated Variants of the 616. You are now an official member. We thank you.
You ladies are awesome. Thank you for creating spaces so that Black women and Black people who are nerds can like thrive and entertain themselves and see each other. Yeah.
Thank you,
And
Simone.
for that, we also need to thank the Moana Nui Podcast.
Yes.
Group of podcasts, 2 lovely and talented people, ladies of color, who started.
Because this was just a concept. Me and Teresa was like, oh, wow, we would really like to do this. And she was like, okay, do it. I'm like, what? Wait, what? She just threw us. She
was like, how's the first Thursday
threw us in the ocean.
Like, okay.
She didn't tell us just to go ahead, get into the baby pool. No, she picked us up and threw our asses into the ocean. She was like, okay, you got it. Here you go. And
same thing with my TV show. And I was just like, what? Yeah. So because someone saw greatness in you. So now it's your time to be great. And you're doing it. Ta-da.
Yes. So Moana Nui, again, thank you. You're right, Teresa. Thank you for Moana Nui. And again, Shop the Hood joined us, my girl Teresa, myself. We all want to thank you. Thank you guys for joining our conversation. Because again, I'm glad you liked it. If you didn't like it, I don't give a damn. That's just we the Opinionated Variants of the 616. We're happy that you joined us. If you didn't like it, oh well. Don't join again. But that's just how I feel.
These bonding moments.
It's my show, and I can say what the hell I want. Period. But no, I am glad that you all joined. I appreciate you. We really do. We like to joke around. We like to be funny. And as Black women, we are so appreciative of other Black women who are supporting Black men and non-people of color who watch our show as well. But again, thank you guys. Thank you, Shauna. Appreciate you. James, you too, sir. but you're still not dating Shauna.
Thank you, James. And we're grown, so I don't know what she's talking about. We grown.
Right.
You're not grown. You might think you're grown, but you're not grown. No, you got to get past me first. Say something smart. Go ahead. I dare you.
You're muted. You're muted.
Okay, so first of all, something smart. Since you want me to say something smart, so something smart. There. We got that out the way. I've done nothing wrong all show. I've behaved myself mostly.
I know you want to say something. I know you do.
What's the worst that she could do to you, James? Like, seriously.
Right,
Well,
she's in Texas.
I'm about to say, she lives in Texas, right? So
that means nothing. I can drive 16 hours before I have to stop to sleep. That means nothing to me.
Texas. So I don't mess with people from Texas because they crazy. They invented crazy. They do crazy a whole different way in Texas.
A lot of the craziest stories have started.
First of all,
the woman who put on a pair of diapers and drove with the.
First of all, she's stupid because.
Well, she was in Florida and drove to that was a Florida nasty thing.
She wasn't a long distance driver. She just stupid because she could have pulled off on the side of the road and peed. She didn't need that. But James, I am. And will always say this. I am a New Yorker who is living in Texas. I am not a Texan.
So there's a second issue.
I'm a New Yorker living in Texas.
And why till they die? Because I went to school with quite a few brothers from New York. And Boogie Down Bronx, Bedford-Stuyvesant, all that.
That's right.
Yeah.
South Bronx. South Bronx.
I know what crazy is when I see it. I love her dearly. Cosplay mama and all. Like, I love her dearly. I do. I'm not crossing her.
Well, James, look at my. See my lightsabers?
Did you get the new ones yet? Because you look about
not yet. Not yet. Those are birthday, Christmas, anniversary.
Okay.
No, what? Anniversary, birthday, Christmas. Because that's.
I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on the fact that you have not seen Deadpool yet.
I know, right? We're not judging. I'm not
judging, but
she has about 2 weeks to watch the film because we are doing a show on Deadpool and Wolverine.
And I won't be on that.
Yes,
I could.
You have 13-ish days to watch the movie.
Go see it.
I just go to YouTube. I've seen half of it on YouTube already.
No, you haven't.
It's not seeing it in the whole in the.
Yes,
and then I see the ending.
Just don't go watch it.
Don't
because I'm about to go see it a second time tomorrow. So
yeah, I've already seen it twice, and
me too.
If I wasn't going to Florida next week, I'd see it a third time. So
I'm not saying you got to catch up. I'm just saying.
I'm not seeing Deadpool.
Simone.
I'm not seeing Deadpool. I will wait for it to come out. Okay. I'm sorry.
Fine.
I'm sorry.
I will let y'all know the next time I make some cheesecake, though. I will let you know that.
I need to introduce you to Pies by D.
Diana.
Actually, when I ordered my little samples of my cheesecake.
Okay.
I have to send them to you. Not send them to you. I have to show you the little samples.
James, where are you? What state?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just 11 hours.
It's hot in Atlanta. Like, how are y'all surviving down there?
It's not as hot as it is in my hometown of Washington, D.C. It's hotter up there.
Well, yeah, today we hit 100 degrees here in Philly.
And there you go.
This is how we're surviving.
This is actually water tonight. I have to preface that because every time I drink out of a bottle, someone's like, what's in the bottle? And I have to, this is water.
That's because of what's usually in the bottle.
We're not going to talk about that. But yes, I stay inside with my AC on 74.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I survive. I hate summer because there's no reason for this heat. It's hot because ... and there's no reason afterwards. I prefer spring and fall and absolutely love winter.
I am a winter crackhead. Like there's the greatness about the winter that people really don't understand.
Winter clothes.
No, it's not just the winter clothes. I take it as a challenge. I personally take the cold miser challenge. Like the heat miser, we are not friends at all. I hate the heat. But Mr. Cold Misers, he comes into the winter blowing and throwing. I love to take that as a personal challenge because you could blow as cold as you want to. I know how to dress to stay warm. When the heat is heating, you could strip down butt naked.
You
still be hot.
And still be hot. So the cold thing is like it's like game on. Challenge to see how, like, if you can keep yourself warm or not. I know I can put on 3 things and go out in like -5 degree weather and be straight and still like laugh and giggle like, ha, 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 I got the secret. But you can't, when it's hot, like I'm just being sweaty. Like I don't want you to touch me. It's just too hot. Yeah.
Winter is hoodie weather here in Atlanta.
Yeah. But y'all got like cicadas and stuff. Like
everybody has cicadas. Their rotation is just when the 17 years hits your part of the country. And
then those hunter spiders that are like a foot. Yeah,
I don't have those.
Deadly predators is the next episode.
There's those in Atlanta, Texas, Florida, like pretty much the panhandles, and like all the way up to the Carolinas.
Don't say that.
That thing is like a foot and it moves 3 feet a second.
Make me burn my whole house down.
Girl, listen, I got blow darts and pew-pews for a reason. Like, yeah. I don't care for spiders. We are not friends at all.
All right. We good? Are you done chastising me, Simone?
Never.
You know I love you. You are my anime.
You're welcome, by the way.
You are, because I'm still doing Padawan anime. Mm-hmm. I am your anime Padawan. And
don't worry, we still haven't scratched the surface.
I know we haven't, but I'm just.
I forgot more anime that I can tell you to watch.
You got to give me more.
Trust me. There's more. There's a lot more.
Well, I mean, I think I did the beginner or the novice.
You haven't finished the list though. No, you haven't, because you deviated from the list because Friendren wasn't on the list. That's how I know you deviated. Right. I know. Because I was saving that for the next list, but you jumped the gun. So, you talking about
are you saying that you're teaching her something and she's not following your directions?
Hey. Do what she says, not as she does.
Because I think someone yelled at me not like 10 minutes ago.
No.
About the makeup situation.
No, Shauna, you got to do what she says, not as she does. Don't follow her bad example. No, do what she says. No.
Listen, this whole makeup thing, man. Girl.
Okay, so I was on Threads and I was on the anime thread line and somebody talked about Frieren. And I was like, oh, let me look at that. And then I started watching it. And I was like, oh, this is great. It's not too hard for me to follow. And it drew me in. So I was like, okay, he didn't give me this one as a beginner. I thought that was a beginner one.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, well, the English is back on, so I'm back watching it.
And there's why I didn't, because it's currently ongoing. Like, episodes are still airing and they're being subbed and dubbed still. So yeah, that's why everything I gave you was already done for their seasons respectively, so you could binge in English.
Okay, well, I definitely. What was the one you gave me? But I am a female. I'm a she.
Tomo-chan is a girl. I'm about to get. Hold up.
Okay, that one had me on the floor. I love that one.
Furious may actually start watching Tomo-chan as a girl.
I need him to watch it because if I can do it, he can do it.
Oh, of course.
That shit was funny as hell.
I mean, I binged it in like a day and a half. So,
yeah, okay, that's something that Shauna can watch.
Tomorigato gozimashita.
I'm still look.
Hamnida. Like those are all is that all my angers? Yeah. Yeah. Capcom. Yeah. Those are all the Asian words I know.
I know a few more. I'm still trying to get the gist and the handle of my Duolingo because I've been doing Japanese since like November of last year.
Yeah,
and
I'm not an anime girl.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm just,
baby steps.
It's
baby steps.
I'm not listen. Like I'm on this new like thing that's completely girly, and I'm like have a weird little moment with this video real shorts thing right now. So yeah, watching crappy acting and romance stuff.
You never stumbled across Sailor Moon?
No, I never watched Sailor Moon. No.
Okay. Hello Kitty.
I saw Hello Kitty. That is not my zhuzh. Not my zhuzh. Yeah.
Well, you have Netflix.
When I was a child, I was in love with Mighty Mouse.
Okay.
And Diaper Man.
Okay.
Tornado Man. Yeah.
I was about to say She-Ra, but I realized the difference in age between us. You were probably high school-ish. She-Ra.
Yeah, She-Ra was all right, but no, I'm going like
Cabbage Patch Kids, Rainbow Bright.
I remember those, but
Thundercats.
Thunder. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay.
I just having moments right now.
So, Shauna, there's one I will suggest. Watch one episode. If you don't like it, no biggie. Agretsuko on Netflix.
Can I watch it?
No. Actually, yes. Yes, you can watch it. You can watch Agretsuko.
Okay.
AGGRETSUKO. Agretsuko.
Have me pull my iPad out for this now.
It's because it's on Netflix. It does have an English dub because Netflix will not drop anime without an English dub.
Okay.
So,
I gotta find my Netflix icon. I can't even find that fast enough. Listen, where's my notepad to write?
It's cute.
Oh,
it's
I went to Hulu and finished Black Clover.
Who?
Black Clover.
Yeah, you probably.
You said AGG.
REE. TS. Oh crap! Yeah, TSUKE. KO. Sorry, SUKO.
SUKO.
Yes.
Suko.
Agretsuko.
Okay.
I mean, she's just nice young working girl. And when she wants to express her feelings, she goes to karaoke and sings death metal to express her rage.
Yeah, no.
Oh, trust me. The storylines are, first of all, it's not every episode she's in a karaoke bar. It happens once every
See, additionally, there's I've got weird likes because I still love Murder, She Wrote. I'm a Murder, She Wrote crackhead. So I've got the range of, I got range. Yeah.
I mean, if you want some good whodunit, mystery suspense figured out, trust me, I know an anime for every genre of you may have.
The book, I don't know if you read it, Thomas Osman, the Thursday Murder Club.
Oh.
That's coming onto Netflix. And that is just basically about a senior citizen. It's an old folks home. Senior citizen who is MI6. She's retired and they solve a murder. Her and her friends just start solving murders and people don't understand how she has all of this power. Her name is Elizabeth and she has how do you know how to do this, Elizabeth? She has a gun, and you know, she's able to tell the police what to do, and it's a great story. I never wanted to be someone who was living in an old folks home so bad and really want to have friends like that. I truly wish this place existed. That's how great this book is, and it's coming to Netflix.
Go around unaliving people? Is she like?
She's not unaliving people. She is solving who is unaliving people, and they can't. The police cannot believe that she knows. Nobody knows that she's MI6.
So it's like Red meets Murder, She Wrote.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like.
Yes. Yes.
If Red and Murder, She Wrote had an illegitimate baby,
it would be the Thursday Murder Club.
Thursday Murder Club.
Okay. Any other closing statements before we get out of here?
Thank you, guys. Moana Nui, James, Shauna, Teresa. Thank you, audience. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. Talk to y'all soon. Let me just go, because we ain't gonna get out of here. Let's just go. Good night, guys.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then. When they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar Lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves the Republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand, yeah.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. The work of all the locals. School never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if you put Hawaii in a perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course. Cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. The work of all the locals. School never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We